Namaste and Satnam. Today is a very special day for me. Today, my heartfelt music finally made it to the World Wide Web, to all the places that distribute music. That is, most of the times, maybe all of the times, made from the heart and made to reach people, to connect, to bring us all together outside of the realms of politics, judgment, placing people into black or white, but just on a human scale. And why does it mean to me so much? My personal way to healing, in my eyes, was a very long one. I had a beautiful childhood, really amazing up until the age of 7, and then my world completely shattered. There was a lot of trauma happening around these years, and I witnessed a lot of sickness. I accompanied quite a few people in very young years into their passing from one life into the next. Back in the days, I couldn't place it anywhere because rationally in these ages, you're not where you can just put things into a box, but you're emotionally completely open, you're super receptive, but you're not capable yet of putting it also in a place of understanding from a mental point of view, and also not bringing an alignment into a spiritual point of view. So what I did was I blocked myself out for 10 years. I denied myself from feeling. I denied myself from being human. I was functioning, I was a robot. I engaged in all sorts of escapism. I reached a huge success in my work. Back in the days, I started working really early. I started as a film and TV actress, as a singer. I've been on stages all over. I sang from opera to rock and pop. I released my own records. There was a lot of work around that, but my soul was suffering because it wasn't connected to neither my physical being nor my mental self, not speaking about my energetic being. And at some point, as you can imagine, the whole system crashed and I ended up in my first burnout. In that, I kind of started to take care of the rational self, and I put things into perspective, and I started to teach myself on looking at the world from different point of views, trying to place myself in other people's shoes, trying to bring understanding to what I only knew as feeling, but didn't know what to do with that feeling because I never allowed myself to place feeling because I blocked it out, you remember. I started to, for at least, open up to a mental growth. That was amazing, it helped me a lot, but it brought me into the second burnout, which was a terrible one. And I suffered all panic attacks, and I suffered from losing my ability to sing, to perform, to act, to remember lines. I wasn't functional anymore as neither a robot or a human being. And I started my journey into exploring the emotional self and into understanding that beyond my physical body and beyond my mental self, there is an energetic self, and that energetic self was connected to a source that goes far beyond anything that is graspable with a human limited mind. Engaging in that, there followed 10 years of feeling everything, understanding all of the emotions that there are, and trying to find what other people did in their teens and in their 20s, trying to find, let's say, boxes for them. When I feel that, I had to first learn what emotion underlies that and connect it with thought to then bring it to a place of, oh, and this is what happens in my energetic body then, to at some point bring an alignment into all of these and interweave a new personality that actually was in alignment with the personality that came onto this world, in alignment with my soul. Now we're in like age 27, let's say. And from age 27, my severe healing started, because this was when I started to understand that I could be more than the story I was born into, the family I was born into, the personality streaks that were given to me, the God-given gifts that I came to this world with. I was more even than this body, and my beliefs about this world, about this body, about myself, about who I was. I started to engage in all sorts of shadow work, to astrology. I found severe release in Kundalini Yoga, which I trained as a Kundalini instructor, and I started to train meditation. And at some point, I realized that things started to make sense, and they turned out to become a flow again. And that flow, for the first time, had a name, and it was wholeness. And when you want to engage in wholeness, one thing is crucial. All of you is part of your wholeness. Everything you like, you dislike, you know, you don't know, you experience, and you cannot even grasp. All of that is wholeness. Everything you used to be, everything you're going to be, and bringing it together, everything that you are. And what you are is who you are tomorrow, and who you were yesterday, who you are in this life, and who you're going to be in the next. That is your essence. Just the outer attachments change, the outer circumstances, the outer things that are coming as a given. And then it is up to you what you're going to do with that, and how you're going to respond or not respond. That path of healing is now going on for around 7 years. And in those 7 years, and I'm not saying that it has to be 7 years for you, but in those consciously chosen 7 years, I am beyond grateful, and I'm still struggling with patience, with not trying to be perfect, with all those things that are streaks that we come with, that are challenges that were given to us to grow from them, actually. But nevertheless, I can say that for the first time in my life, especially for the last year, even two, I am starting to feel abundance, prosperity, wholeness. I am starting to feel enough. I am starting to feel worthy. I am starting to feel. What I mean by that is not to exaggerate a feeling or to engage in a feeling, but just to feel, to have it run through me as a notification to where my soul self is in alignment to my physical self, is in alignment to my spiritual self, to my energetic self, to my mental self. And all of these have to work together and have to be in a constant flow and balancing each other out. This is what they're here for. This is what I'm experiencing, what I am feeling right now, most of the times. Of course, I am also struck by solar flares, or when there is like planetary alignment that really challenges me in my very fiery self. And with me, for example, I am a Sagittarius born, and my ascendant is a very earthy sign. Plus, I also have the Virgo, which is a very perfectionistic. So I'm always battling between stability and strength and earthiness. The fiery me that wants to burn through every block, that wants to fight and grow through fights and actually go into expansion with every person, throwing something at them in order to get something back and to make each other grow from another's experiences, from another's feelings and explosions. And keeping that in balance is something that is hard and yet so easy to do once you allow it to happen. And this is what I want to pass on to you. And I have been asking, what is it that you want to see more of me and more understand about me? And one message I received absolutely clearly was healing. So this is my path of healing, and I'm going to take you with me on exercises, on disciplines that I have anticipated that I am doing regularly or tap into sometimes. This is part of my healing, definitely. I have strong beliefs in frequencies that we send out through our heart, connection to the energies that we get from the ground, the energies we get from source, from the skies, from everything that surrounds us. And those frequencies can be altered, balanced out, and exaggerated by the crystal healing bowls. My strongest sense is hearing, hence I'm a singer. This is my go-to. There are many others, and I will take you with me on my journey, experiencing and exploring these things. If you would like to ask me, hey, have you tried this? Or do you know anything about that? I have tapped into a lot of different techniques, and I use a lot of them on a daily basis and haven't shared them so far because to me they were absolutely normal. But of course I remember times where I was very not spiritual and very much about like, ew, this is also spirit, weary, whatever. People are so weird. Why do they sit on the floor? Why do they have to dig their hands into the earth? Why do they have to look so earthy? And all those kind of things. And I very much rejected that. And up until today, I am a person that is very much about beauty and things to be like, you know, as you see here, it's like all white bowls, and I love the cleanliness of things, as I love my most amazing, beautiful dog. Part of my healing as well, by the way. That doesn't mean that I reject any way into healing, because it is not about that this is the way to healing, but it is about you wanting to heal and finding your door that you can finally open and find the courage and the trust to walk into it. Because one thing I tell you, if you decide to heal and to come into your wholeness and to tap into prosperity, well, it is a journey that you cannot walk away from. The moment you open that door, you will continue on that path. But one thing also I can promise you, the spiral at the beginning might be very big, and when they're here is a good experience. There is a lot of patience and a lot of hurt and many tears and a lot of pains, and then there again is a good feeling, and then a lot, but the circle is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And the more often you will feel those experiences of bliss and of growth and of joy. And when they always say that, well, on the way to your desire, on the way to your wishes and dreams, there might be others. I used to be the person to be like, no, but I want it this way, and this is just people telling me that forget your dreams, give them up, and just be happy with what you get. But it's the opposite. It's actually you start to see beauty, magic, and abundance in every little thing. And the more you continue in that path, it feels bigger and bigger and bigger, with even smaller and smaller and smaller things. But you know what the fun part is? The more you feel that, the more you become this richness, this vastness, this abundance within the small things, the more the big things keep coming towards you, and you're just in awe. I couldn't even imagine this to happen, and for me it starts to happen, and I am beyond excited where this is gonna go, because things keep coming to me that I never even dared to dream of. And the dreams I once had, well, they didn't come true, but one thing did come true. The feeling I wanted and I thought it was going to be happening within that dream, that feeling has come. I just let go of the attachment of the feeling having to come in that specific kind of dream. And I allowed divinity to enter this space of emptiness and allowed to pick up my feeling and be like, you know what? This is what you want to feel? Let me give you something that is made for you, something you personally can respond to. And then you'll have that feeling. And this is what happens. When we attach to one dream, one partner, one need, we should always ask ourselves, what's the intention? What do we want to feel? What is it we really want from this specific thing or dream or achievement? And bring that back, distract it from this, and start to find it in the smallest things in life. And once you do that, suddenly a dream is going to be offered that is much bigger than this could ever become. And the feeling will be there. And the dream will just amaze you. Thank you so much for listening to this very long post of mine. I hope it gives you a little bit of an insight. I have just released 3 of my new songs that came out from a very special place that were birthed through me. 2 of them are deep meditations with crystal singing bowls, and I'm going to chant mantras, and 1 is a prayer that I picked up on and I just allowed source to enter me, to flow through me, and to create a melody that just happened in the moment. We recorded all 3 of these songs. Nothing was prepared. I just went to the studio. I said, this is the setup I'm going to do. I started playing and I just started chanting. And this is what happened out of that. If you like the work I do, I am very happy for you to give me a like, to follow my YouTube channel, or to follow my Instagram. I didn't dare to ask when I was younger, when I recorded my first album, because I always felt like people have to get to that themselves. But maybe it's because I wasn't proud of the work I did. I wasn't the work I did. I did it for the wrong reasons. I did it with the wrong intentions. I didn't know what I wanted from it. Nowadays I do. So I'm asking you, if you like what I have to offer and if you like my music, I am very happy. This is what I live from. This is my core and my being. To follow, to download it, to use it for your meditations, for your classes, for your personal relaxation. And I am here for you to reach out to me. I'm here for you to answer. I'm here to serve you, this world, to shape it, and to raise the frequencies. Thank you so much. My name is Esther, and you're watching High Frequency Coaching by Esther Seibt. By the way, spiritual name, Preet Carter Kaur. I'm just getting used to it. I carried it for a long time, but I think it's going to send the right message now that I'm ready for it. Satnam. P.S. I'd like to thank a couple of people who brought me to this place, to this new starting point. My sister, All One Yoga, Eileen. She's my demon and my angel, and she knows what I mean by that. She's heaven sent. Thank you. My family, anyways, they are tremendous. Thank you. My Kundalini teacher, actually all of my Kundalini teachers, mainly Panch Nishan, who really helped me find depth. Adarsh Kaur, who brought me into the beauty of celestial communication, which is something I'm going to share with you soon. I really love that. Everybody who reached my ear with their voices, who touched my heart, and who allowed me to come back into expressing myself through the voice and with the singing. And also to you. Thank you very much, Satnam. Thank you for seeing me. I see you. God, I'm so happy. Seriously, it's freaking amazing. And this is my doggy, Leonard Cohen.
Sat Nam.